Hi, this is Seth Polino with Pinnacle Hospitality Systems. Today I'm going to show you a demonstration of our digital or electronic menu boards. So if you look right here, this is the opening software that you'll see to begin either reviewing your current menu, new menu boards, or even editing your existing menu boards. So if we look right here, we're going to open up one of our existing slides. I click on the slide that I have created in the system already, and just to give you an idea about what it looks like, we're going to preview the slide. So if you notice, if we look around, we've got a slideshow that brings pictures in and out, and you can customize the transition of the pictures. You'll be able to either bring pictures in from the left, make them explode from the center, bring pictures in from the right, your traditional slideshow type configurations. Down here, if you notice, I've got an animated file. This is a GIF file, and you'll be able to insert GIF files on any pieces of the menu board that you like, and you can even create GIF files with some assistance of some specialized websites out there. So if you look at the overall appearance of this board, we used a chalk-like font because in this particular restaurant, they use chalkboards to list their lunch specials. And if you notice, we have, by the lunch size pizza right here, we have the well done blinking. Now, you're able to blink any one of the text messages on here. And we found that for return on investment purposes, if you want to feature a certain item, or if you want to feature an upsell to an item, if you animate that item, it will draw the eye to that item. So for example, their specialty item for lunch here is the lunch size pizza. We're blinking well done for one, and that turns out to be the best seller. So we're going to pull up another board so I could show you some of the other opportunities that there are in creating the boards. So let's open up, I've created several of them, so let's open up, this right here is a customer of ours, Laspadas Subs. We're going to preview the animation. So similar to what I talked about earlier, we've got a slideshow happening in the middle here, and these were pictures that I simply just took off their website, and below they have pictures of several of their locations, so we're able to put pictures of the different locations and different employees. Now, if you look at the way the menu's set up here, I've got cold subs and salad platters. If you need more than one menu board, you can simply put whatever section of your menu on each board. And if you have a dinner menu, you could simply tell the system what time you want the board to change, and you can completely change this entire menu to a dinner menu board. Other things you can do is you can just simply change the prices at a certain time. So let's say at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, I want my sub prices to go up $1, then you simply program that in the system, and I'll show you how to do that shortly. So if we look at this board, we've got a couple things going on animation-wise. We have our monster sub, which is their signature item, and I have the ingredients in a sub scrolling, and I also have So Good It's Scary blinking. So this is immediately taking people's eyes to their signature item, and they're able to really sell more of that item. If you look on the bottom here, this is a stock ticker that you're able to customize. And what I did was I took some quotes from some of their employees that they post on the website. I simply put those quotes on there and have that running across the bottom. To change anything on the menu, you go to the editor, and if I look right here, this is the stock ticker. If I'm going to edit the ticker, then I'm able to simply just go in here and change the text that's scrolling along the bottom of the screen. And right here I could change the color, pick a color, or I could change the font, all the fonts that are in here. So it allows you to do some different changes here in the system, and then I save. This stock ticker also can be moved and sized anywhere on the system. So if you want to make it smaller, bigger, and have it scroll, so that's kind of what I did right here on the Monster Sub. I have the stock ticker scrolling along next to the sub item. So if you look right here for the slideshow, if we want to edit the pictures in the slideshow, right here, this shows the order of the pictures that happen in the slideshow. This tells me how they're going to transition in. Are they going to fade in and fade out? Are they going to explode? Can they come in from the left or the right? So you're able to create different ways that the pictures get brought into the slideshow. And then here, I'm also able to customize how long each picture is on screen for. So I can make different pictures on screen longer. I can make the transitions of the pictures happen faster. So you have some you have a few options there. So if you look right here, if I want to edit prices, this takes me right here to change my prices. So rather than having to reprint an entire new menu or put those tacky Scotch tape or masking tape stickers over my prices, I can simply go right in here and edit a price and it'll take place. So, and if I have more than one board in the restaurant, then that price change will take place across all the boards. The way the hardware is set up is there's one store controller where all the programming is done, and the rest of the screens have board controllers and they all talk. They're all networked together. So the changes you make on the store controller will take place on all the screens. So other things you can do in the system, once you've built up different slides that maybe you want to show for different times of the day, then all the slides kind of live right here in this folder. So I'm going to pull up another slide to show you just some of the features of the system. Like this slide right here actually is a chalkboard background. Now there's not a lot of animation on here and there's a lot of open space, but just to show you some of the opportunity, we've actually used a chalkboard background for this menu, and we transitioned some pictures in and out. Other boards that are in here that I want to show you about is pizza places. These seem to be very prevalent in the pizza industry. So what I did on this board is I took the overall theme of the Salvatore's Pizza and Pasta. I used their colors. I used actually their pictures of their menu and their restaurant in here. And again, if you look on here, he has very specific sizes of the pizza, maybe more than normal, but we were able to create different columns for all the different sizes and pricing that he has. So if you look right here to the far end, we have 10, 14, 16, and 18-inch pizzas, and we have prices for each. And keep in mind that for dinner time, all those prices can change. And you simply do that by setting a schedule in the system for what time you want the prices to change, and those prices will go ahead and flip from whatever price they are now at whatever time you say. So let's pull up another board. Here we have a quick serve restaurant that we're doing some work for, and this is Jack's. And if you look at all the combos that we have in here, we're able to group the combos together, again with great menu pictures. We were able to show the pricing for the combo and the sandwich only, which is these two prices right here. And with the double big Jack cheeseburger, if you notice, is flashing. That is their most expensive burger on the menu. So we decided to make that particular burger animated to draw the eye to potentially increase our sales on our most expensive burger. Some really neat opportunities you can have. If you look at the top right of this board, we've logoed the type of ice cream that the restaurant serves. So Bluebell ice cream is served here. In a lot of cases, there may even be potential for shared cost for the menu boards with some of your local distributors if you feature their items on the board. So there's opportunity to put different logos, and you're able to simply download those logos from the internet obviously with their permission, and you can feature different logos on a board. So here's a movie theater, and again we have featured logos and featured brands on the board. So there could be some potential cost saving there for you, or shared cost in the purchasing of the product. So to continue, I really want to show you the quality of the picture. So if we look at this picture, I mean, it is crystal clear. Clearly, you need the proper high-resolution television, which we'll spec for you, and you can really show the detail of your food. I know it's really important to a lot of restaurateurs that they're able to show really appealing and appetizing pictures of their food. Another super opportunity is for yogurt shops and ice cream shops. What I did here for this customer is we actually went and we put a calorie count of all their different flavors on the board. So we found that that was something that was very important to this particular yogurt shop, that they wanted to highlight the different calories of some of their menu items and some of their flavors. So whether it's in a yogurt shop, an ice cream shop, or even a restaurant or quick serve, if you want to put calorie counts and nutritional information directly on your boards, you're able to do that. As a matter of fact, the government is working on passing a bill that's going to require calorie counts to be listed on your menus at some point. So that's something to keep in mind. So let me show you what it looks like if we were building a menu from scratch, and I'll just show you some of the opportunities that you have. So if I click New, we're going to start a new slide, and then here's a blank board. Now we could start off by changing the colors of the board. Right here, we could just simply pick the color we want to start with in our background, whether it's going to be a bright background or changing it to a more subtle color. It's up to you. Then we could start creating different things. So we want to create a menu group, and then we would spread this box to make it look like how big we want our menu group to be, and then we would set some properties on here. So we want to make sure that we get rid of the headers on here where it says new menu group. So we're going to hide that, and we're going to hide that. And then if you notice, we've got a gray background here, but if we want to make it clear, we make it clear, and now we have a clear menu background. And then we could start editing our group. So we can put in different columns. If we were going to do the columns for pizza prices, that type of stuff, would go right here. So we could set the columns. If we wanted to start editing, putting in menu items and prices, would go right here. So we'd put in our menu items and we'd add our prices, and then that would start building what a pizza menu would look like, or any of your other menus that look like. So let's go here. If we want to add create a stock ticker, which we talked about, again, we can move the stock ticker and put it anywhere we want on our menu, and we have to do some of the same customizing with this. So we want to hide that. We want to make it clear. Okay. And then what do we want to put on the stock ticker? Well, let's figure out. We could say, welcome to Paulie's restaurant. And then we could start putting how fast we want it to scroll, 3, 4, 5. We could change the color of the font. We can change the actual font, and then it's scrolling. So that's how easy it is to make a stock ticker. And then once you get familiar with the software, then you could start moving the stock ticker around. You could start changing the size of it, and where do you want it to go? Do you want it to go on some of the different menu items, that type of stuff. So let me open up something with a stock ticker just to give you a basic idea. There actually is a stock ticker slide to show you some of the different stock tickers that are available. So here's a whole bunch of different types of stock tickers, and once we understand really how they work, then then we have the option to do all kinds of creative things with the stock tickers. We could scroll pictures, we could scroll big words, little words, all kinds of things can go on with stock tickers. And we found that's a really important feature in the system. Very interesting. So one more thing I wanted to show you is what's a really nice feature is, let's say it's holiday time. Valentine's Day is coming up, or Christmas is coming up. You could simply change the background of your menus to reflect your holidays. So it really kind of puts people in a festive mood. If it's Christmas time, you can have snow falling in the background. Again, if you want to focus on a Valentine's Day special, you can make all your boards Valentine's Day. And by taking 5 minutes to change the background and animate the background of your board, it really can change the whole look and feel of your restaurant for your customers when they walk in. Even if you change the background color of your restaurant for dinner time, make it a little darker. For breakfast, make it really bright and airy. So it really gives the restaurant a good ambience and a good feel. And when you change it, customers notice that something looks new and clean and exciting about the restaurant when they walk in there for the first time. So once you decide if you want to move forward with our electronic menu boards, what you're responsible for in the process is you supply the televisions. So we would spec the type of televisions that you need, and it's up to you to purchase what size televisions you want. You would also be responsible for having the televisions mounted and the cabling done. Basically, a Cat5 cable will run from each television back to your office and back to a home hub is what we call it. And then our responsibility would be to create and design the menus with you, alongside of you, and put the menu slides together and train you how to do it. So once the menus are up and running, then you have the know-how to reprogram some of your boards, to change some of your menu items and create some new and exciting things for your restaurant. And so we're always available for support. We're here 24 hours a day for any support for your menu boards, but it's a team effort, and it's a team effort maintaining and a team effort creating it. So please feel free to give us a call here at Pinnacle Hospitality Systems.